So these were our decisions for the first round. We all had very different decisions, especially when it came to performance, size, and reliability. Another big point we deferred on was what the actual price of our product was going to be. Our answers ranged from like $34 to $50, and also from what I can see, our marketing and production answers also looked very different. So, with this in mind, some of the things that I think we would have done differently the first round would be, first of all, to communicate our strategy more effectively. Our strategy really focused on selling to low tech customers. That was the base we were trying to target. But obviously, we all had a very different idea of what that looked like. So I think we should have gotten together and really talked about how we were going to implement this strategy, what price our product was going to have, how much of it, how many units we were going to order, what our marketing was going to look like. Another thing I think that we would have done differently is maybe picked a different strategy. I think all of the strategies were good strategies, and this one, like appealing to low tech customers, is also a good strategy. But whenever you're starting up a business, I think it can be one of the more riskier ones, just because your product is priced at a lower price. So to make profit, you have to sell a few of those, and as a new business, that can sometimes be hard, challenging, and again, like just super risky. So I think maybe we could have appealed to high-end tech customers instead and priced our products higher. That way we could make more revenue by selling not as many like units as we had to sell to make revenue, using this strategy, the one we picked. With that, I think we should have also started with less units. I think the first round we ended up ordering like 1,300, and now just looking back on that, I think that that's a very high number for a product we don't even know, or a strategy we don't even know is going to succeed. So I think we should have started off with less, and that also would have been less of a financial strain for our business early on in the simulation. And this kind of goes with the first point, but maybe appealing to more than one customer base. Reflecting now, I think that for the most part, we kind of ignored the high tech customers just because we were so focused on the low tech customer base. But whenever we saw that that wasn't really working or yielding a profit, I think we should have changed strategy. So that would have been after the first round, though, obviously. And I think this simulation taught us a few things about group dynamics. The first one is that it really does completely boil down to communication. Again, so like during the first round, we had very different ideas of how our strategy was going to be implemented. And part of that is just because we did not communicate with each other as much as we should have. And I think that it's fair to say that this was the case consistently throughout the simulation. Everyone still did their part, of course, but I think that we really needed to just talk to each other more and discuss our ideas, just so we had a clear vision of where we were going with our business. And another thing is that it's very important, and this one is kind of given, but just to respect each other's ideas. And I think that our group did a really good job at this. Even whenever like somebody uploaded their decision and you opened the simulation next week and you saw that it basically like undid whatever you did last week, we still kept it really respectful and just kept moving forward as a team. Another thing I think we realized is that leadership is necessary. It's really important to kind of have like this person serve as an authority figure, not necessarily because people don't know or didn't know what they were doing, but just because it helps whenever you have someone that is delegating tasks and just clarifying roles and responsibilities. It really eases the process instead of like everyone kind of doing their own thing. And also, just helping each other out, I realized how important, or we all realized how important that is. There were several times where like I would text one of my group members, or they would text me just because we needed help or didn't exactly know what to do in the simulation. And then of course you working in a group just teaches you how important it is to hold others accountable, but also hold yourself accountable. Realize that you not uploading a decision can affect your entire group, or not doing like your part of the project can affect your entire group. And again, like it all really does just boil down to communicating with one another and keeping it respectful.
Hi guys, today I will talk about what I learned about business strategy through these rounds. And first, strategy overview. Through these rounds, I learned a lot about what makes a business strategy successful, especially when using a niche cost leader approach in the low teach segment. The key takeaway is that focusing on cost saving isn't just about cutting expenses. It's about being smart with resources to offer affordable and reliable products while keeping quick in check. Second, one major lesson came from our decision to use more automation. This helped us lower labor costs and improve our profit margins. But it wasn't just about saving money. It showed me how important it is to balance investment in technology with long-term savings, which gave us a strong advantage in the market. Third, financial moves. On the financial side, I learned that how we manage money is just as important as how we make it. We use bonds to fund our growth and only buy back stocks when necessary, which helped us stay in control of our financial risks, managing liquidity, making sure we had enough cash on hand. Taught me how important it is to stay flexible. It meant we were ready to handle any unexpected changes, like lower sales, without getting into financial trouble. First, market adaptation. Another important lesson was about adapting to the market. When one of our products didn't perform as expected, we didn't stick with it. We replaced it with something better than matched what our customers actually wanted. This taught me that a good strategy isn't just about having a great product, it's about having the right product for the market at the right time. Alongside with this, we focused on marketing that highlighted quality and reliability, which helped us stay relevant in the market. Overall, I learned that a strong business strategy requires adaptability, cost control, and financial stability. You have to be willing to change when the market shifts, keep your costs in check without lowering quality, and make sure you have the financial caution to deal with surprises. This combination is what allows for steady growth and helps a company stay competitive in its chosen market. Thank you.
My name is Aiden McCullough, and for my presentation for my group, I chose to do what lessons did I learn about the system as I completed the rounds. So the first one I would say I learned was that you need to learn your customers. This provided a lot of information on my reports, and overall made me determine whether or not I needed to, sell high or sell low to the lower end customers. Second thing I learned was to work as a team. Because overall, if you're not working as a team, then communication is off. You're not learning much. Um, everything just starts to go downhill as you try and progress your business to buy or to sell to customers on the higher end and on the lower end. Another thing I learned was no emergency loans, and that's capitalized because you weren't gaining any profit if you were always in debt. So you weren't, progressing as a company because you weren't able to use cash to rebuild or, put the money into different things. Next thing, even the smallest change can affect the core of your business transaction. I believe this as I was working through the simulator. I found it even whenever I was, trying new things with my research and development. It could affect the way the capacity or could affect my finances. So, always just got to pay attention to the smallest things. Um, Always read the report so you can reflect and make better decisions. Big believer on this because while I was reading my reports, I noticed that we were almost $120,000 worth of emergency loan. That means we're in debt. Like, we're in debt so much money. Like, we need to do better as a team to make sure that we're not using any emergency loans and that we're not in debt. Lastly, look for ways to gain profit. This is a good way because if you're gaining profit, then you're better overall to upgrade your products to sell to higher ends or to lower ends. So always just looking for that extra edge to get some more profit. It could be the smallest thing by making the product smaller or making it bigger for the lower end. Just always look for ways to gain profit. Thank you. This is my part of the presentation. Thank you.